I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. This is one of the most heartbreaking losses I've ever experienced as a Giants fan. Not only did we come into this game 5-0 against the past 5 meetings with the Washington football team, we really had a chance to break our streak in Thursday night football games as we were 0-5. The New York Giants lose by a score of 30-29. They lose by a point. And with how many opportunities this team had to win the game, I'm heartbroken, I'm frustrated, I'm disappointed. Kenny Golladay expressed his concerns to Daniel Jones. That appears to me that Daniel Jones is not targeting Kenny Golladay, so I guess we're getting an answer to that lifelong question: why the hell is Kenny Golladay not getting any reps? I guess it's or any looks, and I guess that's because of Daniel Jones more so. Jason Garrett. The play calling was better. This time, it was definitely not the offense. Definitely not the offense. But why is it with the New York Giants that this team cannot put both phases of the ball together? Discounting special teams, even though that's primarily what lost us the game. Why can't we put the offense and the defense together and put out a great product? Because all of last year, there was only one game I really thought the defense did not help us whatsoever and lost us the game, and that was the San Francisco 49ers game in which we got blown out in. But every single game, despite all of our offensive woes, this defense kept us in the game. They had a high motor throughout all 4 quarters, and they made plays to give back the ball to the offense, which we later squandered. And guess what? They will go right back and give us back the ball. This season, they've let up a total of 57 points in 2 games. 2 games. 27 first, 30 to second. Against Washington. Taylor Heineke being their starting quarterback. Everybody was asking me today at work, or whatever the case may be. Do you really think do you think Washington could pull out this game? I said, their roster looks decent, but we always play Washington tough. And one thing I will for sure say is that the Giants will not allow Taylor Heineke to have a good day. And look what happened. 300. Let me see how much. We'll pull out the stats in a second. Right now, you got to look at my face. 336 yards passing from Taylor Heineke, the practice squad player, undrafted free agent from the Minnesota Vikings, coming out of Old Dominion, later having a job with the Carolina Panthers, and now from his couch was brought into a playoff game, played well, and now is their starting quarterback, gets his first career win off the New York Giants. This defense is horrendous. And guess what? This isn't even a player thing. The guys that we have can make plays. Time and time again, the Giants shoot themselves in the foot from scheme. With the scheme. This week, the New York Giants offense played a little aggressive in the second half, and that pretty much led us to have 19 more points in the second half. Great job. Good job, offense. 29 points. Great job. The defense, although they came out the half playing a little bit more closer to the line, throughout most of the game, the majority of the game was soft zone cover 2, soft zone cover 3. Now, I could only understand and I only appreciated the soft zone in 3rd down and 17, 2nd down and 22, or whatever it was. That's when you do play soft zone. We had the Giants 3rd down and 7, 2nd down and 5, playing soft zone coverage where the corners were behind the 1st down marker. How does that make any sense, Patrick Graham? And when Terry McLaurin is lined up in the slot and you send a middle linebacker blitz, why don't you have anybody covering Terry McLaurin? He's going to find the soft zone. You have Blake Martinez by himself in the whole middle of the field, and you leave James Bradbury to cover the hard flats? It doesn't make any sense, man. And despite all of that, the New York Giants had a chance to come out of this game victorious. 29-27. Final seconds of the game. We squander. Just allow J.D. McKissic to run all over us. And forget about that two-play 75-yard drive. One to J.D. McKissic, the other to Ricky Seals-Jones. Two players that have been on multiple teams and have been on the bottom of depth charts in J.D. McKissic and Ricky Seals-Jones. Two players that were on the bottom of depth charts on other teams. So was Taylor Heinicke. When all of that comes into play, despite what you want to say, Joe Judge should have went for it on that fourth down, that last field goal that we made. We should have just tried it right there. Try to win the game right there. Despite all of that, the New York Giants had a chance to win the game. That kick, I don't know how they missed. I don't know how Dustin Hopkins missed, but he missed. And there was a penalty on Dexter Lawrence because he jumped too early before the snap. And it's crazy because I didn't know, because we're a little delayed on our streams. So I'm watching the game. Hub knows that they miss through Twitter. The rest of the chat knows that they miss because they're not as delayed as we were. And I'm sitting there, and Hub's like, oh my God, you won't even believe what happened. Like, in a bad way, like they scored a touchdown or something. And I'm sitting there, and they actually miss. And then he's like, oh, you saw it, they missed. And we're all jumping in excitement. And then we see the yellow ticker saying flag. This is our team. This is our team. This is our season. Let's get to these stats. I'm sorry. Let's get to these stats. Okay, hold on. I don't pay Best Buy for advertisement. All right, my bad. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. All right, so Daniel Jones had a fantastic game. Daniel Jones, I'm happy that he played in prime time and was able to showcase his ability, because time and time again, Kenny Golladay, although he was frustrated and was yelling at Daniel Jones, he dropped two or three passes. He flat out dropped it. Best 50-50 ball, pass catcher in the league, and he dropped it. Daniel Jones, 22 of 32, 249 yards, a touchdown, and no interceptions. Second game, no interceptions, and doesn't even put the ball in harm's way. He hasn't even put the ball in harm's way in a while. I don't want to jinx it, but he hasn't. Taylor Heinicke, we already expressed Taylor Heinicke. He was only sacked once, by the way. Daniel Jones sacked 4 times. Had a better quarterback rating despite that. Daniel Jones, 9 rushes, 95 yards. This man he put the team on his back this game. I hope this is the showing. Oh, look at this. It's showing the drop. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, Darius Slayton. Why does nobody listen to me? When we were talking, let me pause this before I get copyrighted. Nobody listens to me when we were talking about Darius Slayton, and everybody loves Darius Slayton, and everybody thinks he's a late-round steal. I get it. He's a decent receiver. I've always told you guys, everybody's always surprised when he drops the ball. I'm surprised he even catches those balls in the NFL. You look at his tape in college, he dropped like 50% of his balls. He had like a 50% catch percentage. It's ridiculous. He dropped curl routes, okay? Darius Slayton could not. He had terrible hands issues. Everybody's like, Kid Blue, don't worry about it. He's worked on that. He's better. He's still showing flashes of that. He's still dropping the ball. Oh, my God. And it's very reminiscent of Evan Ingram. Very reminiscent. Wow. Moving on. Saquon Barkley looked absolutely terrible. It was that 40-yard run that kept his average up, but take out that 40-yard run, right? Take out that 40-yard run and take out that carry. So it'll be 12 carries for a whopping total of 17 yards. That would be Saquon Barkley's total. 12 carries, 17 yards. He was terrible. He's not ready. Devontae Booker, they don't even bother using him. 2 carries, 9 yards, 4.5 yards per carry. Eli Penny got 2 crucial first downs on third down for us. I thought he did a good job. Antonio Gibson ran that rock on us, man. Antonio Gibson was so slippery. We could not handle him whatsoever. Sterling Shepard oh my God, Sterling Shepard, I appreciate him so much. He had some drops, but they were like, although I expect him to make those type of catches, I still understand that, sometimes a bad ball is a bad ball, and you can't expect this guy to make up for everything that a quarterback does. I mean, he has a good catch radius, but if it's too low to the ground, despite his momentum, he's trying to catch in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? So, Sterling Shepard put the team on his back as well. 21 targets. 10 targets, 9 receptions. That's pretty damn good. Terry McLaurin ate us up. Ate us alive. Terry McLaurin is the master of finding the zone. Like, he knows. You saw that big play on that middle linebacker blitz. That big play to get them in closer field goal range. To get them one of their field goals. That big play for Terry McLaurin. I got a gas ball right now. I'm trying not to burp. I can't burp. So that big play to Terry McLaurin where Tay Crowder blitzed and Terry McLaurin noticed that there was a soft zone. He said, "Screw that! I'm hitting a slant, spotting, sitting my butt down right where Tay Crowder was at, because Tay Crowder was blitzing. Sat right there. Boom, easy catch. It wasn't particularly anyone's fault." Blake Martinez was dropping back. He basically, his whole responsibility was the whole middle of the field. Nobody was even close to Blake Martinez to help him or give him any help in that zone or make up for Tay Crowder blitzing. And he was just finding zones over and over again. And although this team is built to be a man defense, we don't run man defense only when we're desperate. And it was like the fourth quarter, like 5 minutes left to go, we switched to man defense. 11 receptions, 107 yards, and a touchdown, dude. Golly. Blake Martinez. Although Blake Martinez wasn't terrible, he wasn't great either. I feel like he could have been a lot better. He definitely wasn't great right out the gate, as he was last year. James Bradbury. A lot of people have their mixed opinions on James Bradbury. I don't think he was bad. I think he was just doing what he was told to do. Play soft zone coverage, and he was basically at a disadvantage to begin with, okay? James Bradbury is completely not all at fault there, okay? He made a really good play to save us in that game with that interception. That interception was beautiful. Beautiful. Right when we needed him the most, he came up strong. But man, oh man. The Giants give up 57 points already. 57 points. And have 42 points. Oh, man. It's hard, man. Landon Collins had a decent day against the Giants. Jonathan Allen was a monster versus the Giants. Oh, my God. 2 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits. I mean, this guy was all over the place. The other person that got a sack was Montez Sweat on that overload blitz. Chase Young, although he didn't get a sack, Chase Young was all over the place as well. He also had a penalty as well. The Giants played undisciplined football towards the ending stretch. Like, they played all right in the beginning, and Washington was the one that was undisciplined, but at the end of the day, it was the Giants who were the most undisciplined. Dexter Lawrence, I said, despite everything, despite the Daniel Jones callback, because CJ Board held there, or everybody is debating that hold, despite the Darius Slayton easy freaking drop, that this game could have been 30-30 going into overtime. Despite all of that, where Dustin Hopkins is forced to make a kick, which should be a chip shot, he misses, and we draw a penalty. That is the most heartbreaking thing you can ever think of. Heartbreaking thing you can ever think. That loses people's jobs, man. Patrick Graham should be ashamed of himself. Patrick Graham called a terrible defense today. A terrible defense. Let me put it back to me. He called a terrible defense today. I cannot fathom it. But guys, I'm out. I'll be back later on in the week. I'm probably going to record all our reaction of the roller coaster that was our reaction to this game. But, man, I am I'm at a loss for words, guys. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you guys so much for joining in the stream. It was an amazing stream. You guys were awesome. We'll be back on the Hubs channel next week. Hopefully you guys join us, and we'll see you guys in the next video.